Hi there, everyone. I am meteorologist Mike Griffith for East Coast Weather Association and also Eastern Weather Consulting. And I just want to kind of throw out a medium to long range outlook here for all you viewers out there. And this is a free video for anybody who's interested. Again, we can have you go to easternwxconsulting.com and sign up, and then you can actually get access to all the members' information. Anyway, let's get started here as we're looking at the total northern hemisphere of Earth right now, including the infrared satellite imagery. Storm right now, you can see it moving into the northeast, bringing some snow, sleet, and freezing rain, especially to New England, maybe parts of eastern Pennsylvania tonight, as it's January 10th, 2017, right about 5:53 p.m. Look up here in Canada, lots of cold air locked up here. This color right here that's not really moving, this is the infrared satellite radiometer actually picking up the ground and how cold it is up there right now. Anywhere in the lighter colors is going to be colder ground. Alaska, very cold right now. We can see a train of storms that are actually heading into the California coast. So the California just going to be getting blasted over the next week or so with mudslides, torrential rainfall, and the high winds. In fact, there was some pretty strong winds here in Colorado from this past day or two, as some winds were exceeding 100 miles an hour in certain locations. So the immediate issue right now is going to be the storm coming through the northeast tonight. Little piece of energy scoots east and drops like maybe just a little bit of sleet and freezing rain, maybe no more than dusting across Philly suburbs and New York City. And then as we head into this weekend, we're going to have to watch out for the potential for ice. Right here is the freezing line at 5,000 feet in the atmosphere. And when it's a borderline event like this, when it comes right through and this red dotted line comes right through the area, we're going to have to look out for some sleet and freezing rain. This event could extend all the way down into, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, western Pennsylvania, even in the eastern Pennsylvania, especially the mountains of Pennsylvania here. The Hudson Valley, as a very cold, stubborn high, is just going to be locked in place here, making the ground very cold this coming weekend as we head into Friday, and also Saturday this week is where the issue is going to be. We could even see some freezing rain and some sleet and some ice storm possibilities all the way from Kansas, Missouri, all the way up into D.C. here. These events are usually long duration and very subtle, but yet very dangerous. So pay attention to this. Share this with whoever you know. You could save a life for anybody this coming weekend with the upcoming ice storm, which is becoming more and more likely here. As Saturday into Saturday night, looks like it gets really bad out there. Travel this weekend is not going to be advised across much of the Northeast. And it looks like we just continue to see some wintry precip, maybe even into Sunday evening there as well. Things warm up, and it likely will change over to rain at some point. But the danger with these ice storms is can we get this changeover with this warm up, with this bulge of this freezing line here up in the atmosphere? Can we get it to warm up and actually melt everything, or is it going to remain a major ice storm? Or is it going to remain a major ice storm and really kick back some really nasty ice accretions across much of the area of the country from Kansas all the way up into Philly as we come into this actual weekend? Shifting gears a little bit now and looking into the medium to long range, we have a very pronounced warm up here in the Atlantic oscillation, or the AO. And what you want is these temperatures or these index values to be much lower than zero. You want them to be really negative, not temperatures, but just values, standard deviations. And actually, it looks like later this month, even after the 16th of January, much of the AO ensembles are going to be going very negative, which could mean a significant cold outbreak after the 16th of January. Until then, middle of the month, looks like we're going to be warming up here across much of the East Coast. And even some ensemble models are still confused after the 16th. I still think it stays warm, but then they're kind of hinting at a very extreme sharp drop off sometime after the 16th. And I believe that's what we're going to have to watch for a potential storm here on the East Coast. So looking at the NCEP GFS model here for the Madden-Julian oscillation, what you want to get, or the MJO, what you want to get is the values in phase 1 and phase 2 to get a trough in the east coast of the United States and winter temperatures. So the likelihoods go up on the East Coast as we go into phase 1 and 2 of the MJO, and that's being indicated right here on this phase diagram for anywhere between now and the 24th of January this year. And if you remember last year, we actually had a pretty big blizzard up there in the Northeast, right around the 20-something of January last year. And the MJO was going to go in this phase, and also there was a stratospheric warming event, and that's also being predicted so far this year for the East Coast. Oh, well, the stratospheric warming event is more than just the East Coast, but the stratospheric warming event took place last year, and the blizzard happened right after that, and that's actually supposed to happen this year. Let me fast forward the long-range GFS model here into the 24th, and we can see the very, very deep cold outbreak here in the right two panels of this forecast model. This is the cold enough to snow line, making it all the way down into the panhandle of Florida and New Orleans as we head into late on the 24th of this month. And also, all of this is going to be snow. This is very, very cold air all the way down in the panhandle of Florida, Atlanta, the deep south, everywhere. A lot of the country is going to be cold by the 24th of this month, and we can only think that this is going to be perfect ingredients for a big East Coast storm. Who gets what? We don't know, and how much we don't know either. We don't even know about precipitation types at this point, but when the cold air is over the East Coast of the United States, which is supposed to be later this month, around the 24th, 25th, we can expect something kind of big. Thanks a lot for tuning in the East Coast Weather Association and Eastern Weather Consulting. Again, that's a mouthful, so I'm going to think about combining our page names here. And I'm meteorologist Mike Griffith. Have a great time, everybody, and check back in.